Hey guys, what's going on? I'm back again with another video. So today I'm going to be doing a retwist and style on this client. He has about 3.5 months of new growth. I would not recommend anyone with locks going this long without getting a retwist, but that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. But he has about 3 months of new growth. He hasn't gotten his locks retwisted in about 3.5 months. So I'm just going to go in with a nice retwist and a simple style. So if you guys want to see how I do this, just continue to watch. So for this particular client, what I did for him when he came in, I gave him a deep cleanse and I also gave him a deep conditioner. And the deep cleanse is just basically to go in and to clean any of the product buildup out of his hair, along with deodorize his locks because he was washing his hair in between. And whenever you don't properly dry your locks, they can kind of mildew a little bit. So he was trying to do his due diligence with washing his hair, but whenever locks aren't properly dried, they can tend to slightly mildew. And sometimes, depending on the type of weather, if it's hot outside and such, they can actually mildew like really, really bad, because you have to think of your hair as like fabric, right? So just be mindful that if you have locks, just make sure you dry your hair properly if you do decide to wash your hair at home. I, as a stylist, do not recommend you washing your locks at home, but if that's something that you do, make sure you properly dry them just to ensure that they do not mildew. So for styling, I'm just going to do a simple 2-strand twist, but I'm going to use 4 locks instead of 2 for this 2-strand twist. Just to give it a little bit more thickness for the 2-strand, I'm just going to use the 4 locks. And plus, I don't want to be here forever. I'll probably be forever if I do 2 strands. But I'm just being honest. Yeah, so I just did 4 locks to do the 2-strand twist instead of the traditional 2. Well, when I do a retwist, I take a lot of time with parting out my client's locks. This is so important to me because it makes it look nice and neat. So I always make sure I go through and I part each and every lock just to make sure, because sometimes it can get matted, and especially when you're doing like the palm rolling and the parts can kind of get lost and shuffled as time go on. So I make sure I go in and I part every single lock out to make sure it's nice and neat. And also too, with the way that I retwist, I do not over twist the lock. A lot of people, when they twist, they kind of get like a cinnamon bun effect at the root of the lock. But this, in my opinion, is not good because you're over twisting the hair and it can actually break the hair at the root if it's over twisted. So right here, I kind of switched it up a little bit. I thought I was going to do all individual locks going down, but I decided to do a flat twist, two-strand twist in the front, just to kind of switch it up. He always gets the two-strand twist and they're all just pretty much going down, but I decided to do a two-strand flat twist in the front. And again, going in and making sure all of my parts are nice and clean. We need to see those parts nice and clean. So I am now going to comb out his hairline. I'm not a barber, and we do not have a barber in our salon. So I just go in and comb out so the barber can basically fade the front without cutting into any of my locks. If you have locks, make sure you get your shape up after you get your retwist. What tends to happen is if you get a shape up before you get your retwist, the barber sometimes cut or fade a little bit too much into the lock. If you get a retwist first, your barber is able to see clearly where the lines are and where the lock starts. And this pretty much sums up my style. This style is super long, but it just takes forever. Oh my goodness. But this is like the best or the like most requested styles. The two strand twist for the locks. They look so nice, super clean, super neat, and they last forever. Whenever you get the two strand twist and you have locks, they last a very long time. And most of the time you can get 2 or 3 looks out of just one style. Now look at how bomb that looks. It's not too tight, it's neat, it's like perfect. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and turn on your post notifications so that you guys can get notified every time I upload another video. In the meantime, check me out on all social media networks at MzStarling. Until next time, deuces.